Greetings, AMCers. John Campy here for AMC Movie News, coming to you from the beautiful Burbank 16 AMC Theater in the beautiful downtown Burbank, California. And it is finally Avengers time. The Avengers is coming up quickly. As a matter of fact, I had the chance to be on the red carpet the other day for the world premiere. I'm going to go see it tonight, but AMC Movie News Associate Editor George Roush has already seen the film.
Yes, I have.
And he's been tweeting like mad about it, that he loved it. And you did.
I did love it. It's fantastic. It's if you combined the action pretty much from 20 of the top greatest action movies of all time, and then amp that by 100, you would have the Avengers. I mean, it's that much. It's an amazing movie.
I was just telling.
I can't. It's funny because I can't talk about it without spoiling it.
I know, and I'm trying to keep my expectations in check. But we thought it would be fun since the Avengers coming out that we wanted to rank from 5 to number 1 how we would rank the existing Marvel movies. So George, I'm going to ask you to start us off here. Let's start at number 5.
Okay.
Out of the 5 existing Marvel movies that led us up to the Avengers, what's at number 5?
Okay, number 5 for me is Iron Man 2. Well, not a terrible movie. I just felt like it was a little bit too long. The script I thought should have been darker. I think they missed an opportunity with going in with the Demon in a Bottle storyline from the comic books, which I really enjoyed. Number 4 for me is Thor, and I think Thor is cool. But when he starts talking to Jane Foster and drawing star charts and saying, my world is here and your world is here, it kind of lost me a little bit, you know. Number 3 for me is The Incredible Hulk, which I think is a fantastic, that is a comic book movie for me. And the third act when he fights the Abomination is awesome. I love watching that scene over and over. Number 2 is Captain America, the First Avenger, which I think it's a fantastic movie. It's perfect pulp cinema. I like the action. I like the pacing of it. I love the setting in the 1940s. I thought was great, and I thought they did a really good job introducing Captain America into the world, into the Marvel universe. And number 1 for me would be Iron Man, which I think is just a perfect blend of action, comedy, and drama. I think they hit the ball right out of the park on that one.
Well, I'm going to start off my number 5, and I agree with you. Number 5 for me is going to be Iron Man 2. It's a film I enjoyed, but I felt it took a little bit of a step back from the first Iron Man.
Yeah.
It didn't have that same kind of charm and wit, and I wasn't really big on Mickey Rourke as the villain, personally, but overall I still enjoyed it. Number 4 for me is actually The Incredible Hulk, which I thought it was such a huge step forward from the Ang Lee film. It was more comic booky. I love the way you described it. It's a comic book film. Doesn't hurt that I am an extra in that film, but still, I put it at number 4 for me. At number 3 for me would be Captain America: The First Avenger. To me, it was as good as a Captain America movie could be, because that's challenging. I think a lot of us were talking about when they said they were going to do Captain America. That's a tough movie to do in a modern context. How do you make it not cheesy? Right. They made it not cheesy. They made it great. The film lost a little bit of steam for me after Stanley Tucci leaves the film, because I just loved him, but still, great movie from start to finish. Number 2 for me is the original Iron Man. I still remember the big casting debate, who's going to be Iron Man? And out of nowhere, nobody saw Robert Downey Jr. coming. People forget that his career was pretty much in the shadows when Iron Man came around. Right. And he got announced. It shocked a lot of people, but I think a lot of us stood back and said, perfect. And he's the perfect Iron Man. I love that film. For me, the best one so far is Thor. I absolutely adored Thor. I completely agree with you about some of the Jane Foster interaction stuff. I didn't get into the whole romantic side of it, but what they brought to Thor that wasn't in any of the other movies, I thought Kenneth Branagh as the director did a great job of setting up the film was really about fathers and sons. And the contrasts and the dichotomy between Thor and Loki and their father, I thought it was all great. So for me, that's how I would rank them.
You love that movie so much. You saw it how many times in the
7 times in theaters.
7 times.
7 times in theaters.
So that's definitely your number 1.
That's love, man. That's love.
That is love.
But we want to know what you guys think. How would you rank the existing Marvel movies as we get ready to go in the Avengers? And what are you expecting from the Avengers? How good do you think it's going to be? We want to know. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. So that'll do it for us for now. Coming to you from AMC Burbank 16 in Burbank, California. This is George Rouse. I'm John Campy. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, bye-bye.